Hey everyone, this is Daniel. Just want to welcome you guys to week 5. Wanted to make some quick announcements. I really like the way the forums are working right now, so good work, good job. Um, Everybody's posting a lot, which is good. Try and get on every day if you can. Looking at some of the analytics, some people are waiting 3 or 4 days to sign on to the course. If you could just dedicate a half an hour to at least going through the forums and talking to people, that would be awesome. So week 5, what we have in week 5 is I'm not doing a whole lot of lecture. Instead, we have some readings. Specifically, there's 4 readings right now. I might post another 1 or 2 this week. These are very current articles on copyright and how copyright affects people, how it affects copyright owners. So, much like the lecture 2 from week 4 that was posted, I believe, on Friday, we're really talking about what copyright means on the ground level. So what it means to people who own the copyright and how when that copyright is infringed on, what are the real effects. Okay, so we've already looked at kind of how people are sued and stuff like that, and I'm sure everybody really has heard about people getting DMCA takedown notices, and I noticed in some of the forums people have been talking about their experiences by hosting say movies or movies or music, and their internet ISPs such as Time Warner or Comcast keep sending them takedown notices. Now, what we're going to look at is how it actually affects people who own it. So if I write a book, spend a year writing a book, and somebody decides to post it up for free online, what that actually means. So the first reading is entitled, "Hey Ann Hillsgrove, I think that you and 101 other photographers stole from my family." It just came out this week. It is a response to an author of a book, specifically of a photography book, and how somebody posted up onto Scribed, which is kind of like YouTube for documents, and what that meant to this author. So it's a great little article. Please read it and talk about it in the forums and what it actually means. Also, when we talk about copyright and how copyright is infringed upon, we've only been talking about media, okay? But there's also this other very large section of copyright that's not necessarily here yet, but it has to do with 3D printing. So if I have a coffee cup that I made that balances itself, and I sell that coffee cup at Crate and Barrel or at Kmart or at Walmart, if somebody scans that 3D image in and decides to print it out at home on a 3D printer, okay, what does that mean for copyright? Do people have the right to make a copy of this coffee cup and use it at home? So that's 3D printing's first copyright complaint. It goes away, but things are just getting started. It's a really interesting read, and it's something that we really haven't talked about a whole lot in depth, so definitely take a look at that. Also, there's a democracy and intellectual property paper. This is more of a scholarly paper. It's hosted as a PDF on our Blackboard site. It doesn't, I'm hosting it on the Blackboard site, but Blackboard site's protected, so I'm protected under the DMCA, specifically because we're using it in an educational context. So, and I made sure that we actually have the copyright clearances to host that PDF. But it talks about trajectories in software piracy, specifically how demographics and how different countries view software piracy. And remember, software could be music, it could be any type of media, including 3D software, so like the coffee cup example that I just used. And there's a website that I really want you guys to take a look at. It's a really fun website. Spend as much time as you can on it. But it's knowyourmeme.com. So internet memes are kind of like viral videos, but they don't necessarily have to be videos. There's something that becomes popular, similar to like Chocolate Rain. I don't know if anybody remembers Chocolate Rain from a couple years ago, but or also Sad Keanu. Take a look at those two. Those are really great. But take a look at what these memes are, and Know Your Meme actually catalogs them into how they began and where they got popularized and what websites put them up first and these types of things. So it's great. It's a great website. So those are the readings. We're going to be talking about them in the discussion board. I'm going to try and post some questions or some threads to talk about. But I really encourage you to start your own threads. So we have 2 different discussion forums this week, just like every week. The week 5 discussion forum is on the readings, of course, and that's the topics or responses are due by Friday, March 4th at 11:55 p.m. Okay. Also, the week 5 video forum is due by that as well. So as with all these forums, that's just when it's due. I'd love for you guys to get this stuff posted early so we can talk about it more. Also, please feel free to visit the discussion forums after the weeks we've gone up, that they've gone up. People have posted a little bit late sometimes, and it'd be nice to keep talking about these things from the previous weeks. So we also have week 5 video, and this video, I'm really going to encourage you guys to, from here on out in the semester, to carry your flip cameras with you. Have you ever been in a situation where you're like, I wish I got that on video? Well, I'm going to require you guys this week and subsequent weeks after this to carry your flip cameras around with you. Just throw it in your bag, keep it in your pocket. If you're using your cell phone to upload to YouTube, that's great too. But you really want to record anything that interests you, okay, or that you think that other people might find of interest as well. This is similar to some of the things that we were doing earlier in the semester, but now since we have a better understanding of what it all is, especially by looking at knowyourmeme.com, you can really have an eye for it. It's about getting an eye for what's going to be popular. So this is kind of a contest. This is something a little bit different than we've done in previous weeks, where I want you to post your best video that you've recorded this week, and also get it up, and I want people in the class to vote for who has the best video in class and talk about why. So if I have a video, I'm going to post it and talk about it a little bit, but if you like it, okay, you as class members like it, respond to that video and say, this is my favorite video. What we're going to do is calculate who gets the most votes. You can't vote for your own video. We're going to calculate who gets the most votes, and there's going to be a couple extra bonus points, extra credit points for who gets the most votes in the class. But we're also going to have an opportunity to get a couple bonus points for who gets the most views. So it's not just about the type of video, but it's also about getting the votes in the discussion board and getting the views on YouTube or on Vimeo. You're going to have to post it on both because the idea is to send this video out to your friends and your family and post on blogs and tag correctly and give a good description and try and get the most views as possible. So the person with the most views in this discussion forum will also get 2 extra bonus points. So this is also due by Friday if you can get them up a lot before, well beforehand, so you can get views. It'd also be nice to get this up at least by Wednesday, so we have 3 or 4 days to talk about it and to get our votes in. So the discussion forums, the readings. Also, we have the wiki projects are due. Those are due by Wednesday. The reason why I made the discussion forums a little bit later, due a little bit later at the very max, do a little bit later in the week, is because I really want you guys to work on your wikis. I've posted great online tutorials on how to use the wikis, how to add to them. Your drafts were due last Friday. I took a look at them. Everyone needs to contribute. Okay, we have a lot of people not contributing. You need to get together in your groups, whether it's online or in the lab, but you should be contributing. Everyone should be contributing to the wiki, and they're starting to look good. Now you have to realize that it's not just cutting and pasting. You really want to take a lot of the information that you've gathered from these sources and create your own definition. Okay, not just the definition that's on the websites. That's too easy. Okay, and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for why the group that is trying to prove that the DMCA is good for consumers, what are all the reasons? Just like I'm looking for all the reasons why it might be bad for consumers from that group. Also, I'm always available. Please email me if you have any problems getting into the wiki. I've reposted the wiki project in this week, in addition to the what's called Wiki Help 4 and 5. Everyone should be still, where it's how to work with group tools, how to create a wiki page, how to build a table, how to put videos in the wiki. Like I said, you can put videos in the wiki that explain these things, so or at least prove them. So the more multimedia that's in these wikis, the better. Some of you guys are putting pictures in there, which is great. But let's make the pictures make a little bit more sense than just be clip art and look fancy, okay? So those are the things that we got going on this week. It's another strong week of lots of work, but I look forward to interacting with you guys in the discussion board. So that's about it for the announcement this week. As always, please email me at dphelps.york.cuny.edu if you have any questions. And we'll try and get it all taken care of. But enjoy the Oscars tonight, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Oscars are going to be on. Take a look. It's actually a great thing to look at and see what media people are creating and getting accolades for. So let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy your week.